Most people walk around with a flicker of doubt in their eyes because they talk about escaping the system, but they never actually ask themselves if they have the internal fortitude to pull it off. It is easy to think about what you want, but it is agonizingly difficult to think about what you are actually going to have, because that requires you to be accountable for every single second of your day. If you tell me you want to be rich, but you do not have a written plan that you are executing with religious devotion, then the chance of you succeeding is zero. You do not want it hard enough. You must be in a mind state where you understand that every single thing in this life must be planned for and prepared for. Because the biggest way to destroy your potential as a man is to sit at home wondering why you don't feel happy. Happiness is a ghost and a lie sold to you by people who want you weak, who told you that you were ever designed to be happy. Maybe it is your destiny to live 100 years of intense struggle, but this quest for a smile on your face is exactly what makes you a slave. Erase the idea of happiness from your brain and change the software in your mind. You are either busy with the things you need to do to conquer your reality, or you have done enough to have a short moment of rest before the next battle begins. Your job is to become as important and as capable and as dangerous as possible. Life often gives you one shot, and you do not get to replay the moments you wasted. Even if you got a second chance, I guarantee that if you pulled it off the first time, your life would be on a completely different trajectory. You must be so good at what you do that no matter what the matrix throws at you, or how many curveballs life sends your way, you can still put on a suit and pull out the resources to fix the problem. You have to be that guy. The only way you become that guy is through training and being held accountable by other men who are extremely capable in all realms. You cannot hang around with losers, because losers will allow you to lose, and they will stain the very air you breathe with their inadequacy. You need to be around winners who hate losing more than they love winning. There are people like me who wake up every single day and think about how to get more even when we already have everything. I have enough money to buy anything on the planet, and I still work 18 hours a day because life is player versus player. My entire life is work, and people think that is depressing, but they are wrong. It is the most beautiful thing in the world to have goals and resistance and something to fight against. The distance between pain and joy is what makes life worth living. If you only have joy, you will never be happy. You do not need fun, because fun is the vector from which Satan operates. Every time you look at something that is just for fun, it is usually hedonistic, and it does nothing to retire your mother or help the world or make you stronger. Patience is a trick they use to keep you being a slave. You can go from 0 to millions in a couple of years if you are obsessed. You have to forget about patience and forget about the people around you who are not talking about money. It has to be all you think about and all you talk about. Next time you are sitting with your friends, I want you to sit there in silence and listen to the conversation for 20 seconds. If they are talking about football or girls or nonsense, you need to realize that you are wasting your life. Most people are idiots, and there are very few impressive people on this planet. You meet the richest people and the most famous people, and you realize they are not special. They often just sold their souls to the system. You could surpass any of them if you had the discipline. There is no light without dark, and there is no success without failure. God lays out a gauntlet because he wants the quitters to go become losers so that the winners can exist. You are responsible for your health and your finances and your family and your motivation. The reason it is so easy to win is because most people simply cannot take responsibility. Financial freedom is not about the cars or the yachts. It is about the absence of anxiety. It is about knowing that when your car breaks down or your mother needs medical help, you can just pay someone to fix it. Life as a man is war. Everything you desire is something other men are also trying to get. You are competing for the same beautiful women and the same prime real estate and the same limited resources. If you think you can go through life and avoid conflict, you are making the biggest mistake a man can make. Running a business is war. Building a brand is war. Even being in a cell is a war of the mind to see who can stay calm and who will break. While others complain about not feeling happy enough, you should be happy that you are struggling. That is the beauty of being a man. If you concern yourself with happiness, you are acting like a child. I want to be great, not happy. Would you rather be a loser who is always smiling or a stressed winner who is the most important person on the planet? Most winners are stressed. If you forget about happiness and try to become great, you will end up happy as a byproduct. As enemies try to attack your energy, you must realize that power is untouchable when you stop giving a fuck. If you are working hard and going to the gym and making money, you can ignore the people who did you wrong. The most powerful move you can make is to ignore the woman who cheated on you, because you are on your ascent and she is on her descent. She will have to watch you for the rest of her life become the man she was no longer good enough for. If you are not strong, you do not love anybody. Men are based on their utility. We are based on what we can do for others. If you say you love your family but you are too tired to work, you are a liar. You want to be a bright light, not a dim one that is half on. Chilling is stressful for a man of impact, because if I am not working, I am thinking about the work I should be doing. A broke person with no money has something wrong with their personality. It is not a lack of motivation. It is a fundamental fault in who they are. There is nothing better than blaming yourself for everything that has ever happened to you, because that means you are the only one who can fix it. If your girl doesn't respect you, it is because you haven't done anything important enough to garner her respect. You have to give a shit about yourself, because nobody else is waking up thinking about how to make you rich. If you are 40 years old with no money and no drive, you do not care about your family or your last name. I cannot get along with people who refuse to try. If you are a grown man and you cannot move your family to Tokyo tomorrow if you wanted to, then you need to look in the mirror and ask what your love even means. Normal is gone. There is no more middle class. There is only exceptionalism or slavery. You have to be the most successful member of your family just to have a safe and comfortable life today. Millionaire is the bare minimum standard. If you understand this and still lack motivation, then you deserve to stay asleep. Only 5% of people are independent, while 95% are dependent. You need to walk away from the 95% and stop talking like they talk. Switch your ideas and switch your strategy. Invest in discipline, because that is the beginning miracle. You are currently existing in a state of mental fog because the world has convinced you that your feelings matter more than your results. The Matrix wants you to focus on your internal state so that you never look at the external reality of your failure. You are being fed a constant stream of high dopamine garbage that is designed to keep your heart rate low and your ambition lower. Every time you pick up your phone to scroll through mindless videos, you are literally handing over your life force to a corporation that views you as a statistic. You are a battery being drained to power a system that hates you. You need to realize that the world does not care if you are tired. The landlord does not care if you had a bad day. The hospital does not care if you are stressed when the bill comes due. The only thing that matters is your ability to perform under pressure. You have been told that you are special just for existing, but that is a lie. You are only special if you provide a level of value that the world cannot ignore. You need to develop a relationship with pain where you stop running from it and start seeking it out. The gym is a laboratory where you learn how to suffer. When you are under a heavy bar and your muscles are screaming for you to stop and you do another rep anyway, you are training your mind to ignore the weakness of your flesh. That discipline carries over into every other area of your life. A man who can force himself to train when he is exhausted is a man who can force himself to work on his business when he is bored. You need to stop looking for a way out and start looking for a way through. The digital age has given you the ultimate leverage. You can reach the entire world from a laptop, and yet you are using it to watch other people live their lives. You are a spectator in a world of players. You need to become a producer of content and a provider of services. You need to find a way to take money from the market by being better than everyone else. The competition is fierce, but most of the competitors are weak. They are easily distracted. They are easily discouraged. They are easily bought. If you can just stay focused for 6 months, you will be ahead of 99% of the population. You need to realize that your time is running out. Every day you waste is a day you will never get back. Your parents are getting older and they are waiting for you to become the man who can take care of them. You owe it to your ancestors who survived wars and famines to not be the one who ends the bloodline in a state of mediocrity. You need to sharpen your mind like a blade. Read the books that the elite read. Learn the skills that are in high demand. Understand how money works and how power is wielded. You are in a war for your soul and your freedom. The enemies are complacency and distraction and the false promises of the system. You need to build a fortress of wealth and physical strength that no one can take away from you. Stop asking for permission to be great. Just be great. The world will try to pull you back down because your success is a mirror to their failure. Ignore the haters and the doubters. They are just ghosts in the machine. Your only mission is to win. You need to wake up with a sense of urgency that borders on mania. Every second counts. Every decision matters. You are the architect of your own destiny. If your life is a mess, it is because you allowed it to be a mess. If you are broke, it is because you have not provided enough value. Fix it. Do the work that no one else wants to do. Stay up late. Wake up early. Sacrifice your social life. Sacrifice your hobbies. Sacrifice everything until you have reached the top. Once you are at the top, you can look down and see that the struggle was the best part. The pain was the fuel. The resistance was the teacher. You are a winner because you refuse to lose. You are free because you refuse to be a slave. You are a man because you accepted the burden of performance. Never let the fire go out. Keep pushing until the very end. The matrix is real, but so is your power to break it. You must understand that the system is designed to be a loop of mediocrity that starts the moment you are born. They send you to schools where you are taught to sit still and be quiet and wait for a bell to tell you when you can eat or go to the bathroom. They train you to be a perfect employee for a company that will replace you in a heartbeat if it means their stock price goes up by a single cent. You are taught to value safety over freedom and security over impact. By the time you are 20, you are already programmed to accept a life of quiet desperation. You are told to get a degree you don't need to get a job you don't like, to buy things you don't want, to impress people you don't know. This is the script, and if you follow it, you will end up at 65 wondering where your life went. You need to tear up the script and write your own. You need to realize that the rules were written by people no smarter than you to keep you under control. The moment you stop following the rules is the moment you start living. This doesn't mean breaking the law, it means breaking the mental chains that keep you small. You need to start thinking in terms of scale and leverage. How can you affect the most people? How can you provide the most value? How can you build something that lasts? You need to stop trading your time for money and start building systems that work for you. The internet is a global brain, and if you can tap into it, you have infinite power. But power requires responsibility. You cannot be a leader if you cannot lead yourself. You cannot be a king if you are a slave to your own impulses. You need to master your biology. Stop eating food that makes you slow. Stop watching things that make you weak. Stop listening to music that lowers your vibration. You need to curate your environment like a museum. Surround yourself with excellence. Surround yourself with people who challenge you and make you uncomfortable. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You need to seek out the giants and stand on their shoulders. You need to be willing to be a student so that one day you can be a master. The path to greatness is lonely because most people are afraid of the heights. They would rather stay in the valley where it is warm and safe, but the air is thin at the top and the view is spectacular. You need to have a vision that is so big it scares you. If your goals don't make you nervous, they are too small. You need to work until your idols become your rivals. You need to work until your name is synonymous with excellence. You need to realize that your reputation is your most valuable asset. Guard it with your life. Be a man of your word. If you say you are going to do something, do it. No excuses. No delays. The world is full of talkers and very few doers. Be the man who does. Be the man who delivers. Be the man who wins. Your life is a gift, and to waste it on mediocrity is a crime. You have the potential to be a legend. You have the potential to change the world, but you have to choose it. You have to choose it every single day. You have to choose the grind over the comfort. You have to choose the truth over the lie. You have to choose the war over the peace. Because only in war do we find our true strength. Only in struggle do we find our true purpose. You are a man, and your purpose is to build and protect and provide. Do your duty. Win the war. Escape the matrix. And never look back. The silence of your own room late at night is where the real battles are won. It is in those moments when you are tired and alone that you decide who you are really going to be. Are you going to be the man who gives in to the urge to quit? Or are you going to be the man who pushes through one more hour of work? The world sees the results, but it never sees the thousands of hours of silent labor that went into them. You need to become obsessed with the process of self-improvement. Every day, you should be trying to be 1% better than you were yesterday. 1% stronger, 1% richer, 1% smarter. Over time, that compounding interest will make you unrecognizable. You need to realize that you are in a race against time. The clock is always ticking, and it doesn't care about your feelings. You need to live with a sense of urgency that borders on panic. Not the kind of panic that freezes you, but the kind that drives you. Use your fear of being average as fuel. Use your anger at the system as motivation. Use your love for your family as a reason to never stop. You are the only thing standing between you and the life you want. There are no external obstacles that can stop a man with a made-up mind. The only limits are the ones you place on yourself. You need to break through those limits and see what you are truly capable of. You are a biological miracle. You are the result of billions of years of evolution. You have the brain of a god and the body of a warrior. Use them. Stop acting like a victim and start acting like a victor. The world belongs to the bold and the aggressive. It belongs to the people who are willing to take risks and face the consequences. It belongs to the people who are willing to stand up and say, I want more. And I am going to get it. You are one of those people. You are a winner. You are a conqueror. You are a man of value. Now go out there and prove it to the world. Don't wait for the right moment. The right moment is now.
Take the first step, and then take the next one. And never stop until you have reached the summit. And once you are there, look down and see how far you have come.
And then look up and see the next mountain. Because the journey never ends, the war never stops, and the win is always within reach. Go and get it. The world is waiting for you. Don't let it wait any longer. Your legacy starts today. Your freedom starts now. Your life starts the moment you decide to take control. So take it and never let it go. You are a king in a world of peasants. Act like it. Win like it. Live like it. The Matrix has no power over a man who is truly free. And you are that man. Now go and show them what that looks like. Be the light in the dark. Be the storm in the calm. Be the winner in a world of losers. You are the top G of your own life. Never forget that. And never let them take it from you. The victory is yours. Now go and claim it. Every morning when you open your eyes, you are entering a battlefield where the primary objective is to reclaim your mind from the thousands of entities that want to influence you for their own gain. You are being bombarded with advertisements and political agendas and social pressures that are all designed to keep you in a state of constant want and constant fear. They want you to feel inadequate so that you will buy their products. They want you to feel divided so that you will be easier to rule. You must develop a mental shield that filters out the noise and allows only the truth to enter. The truth is that you are the master of your own reality, and your thoughts are the seeds of your future. If you think like a slave, you will live like a slave. If you think like a conqueror, you will build an empire. You need to audit your own mind. Look at the beliefs you hold and ask yourself where they came from. Did you choose them, or were they given to you by a school system that wanted you compliant? Were they given to you by a media that wanted you scared? Most of what you think you know is probably wrong. You need to unlearn the lies before you can learn the truth. The truth is that wealth is a choice. Health is a choice. Power is a choice. You can choose to be any version of yourself that you can imagine, but you have to be willing to pay the price. The price is discipline. The price is sacrifice. The price is being misunderstood by the people you love. You have to be okay with being the villain in someone else's story if it means being the hero in your own. You have to be okay with being called arrogant or cold or obsessed, because those are the words that average people use to describe people who are doing things they are afraid to do. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are here to be respected by the people who matter and feared by the people who don't. You need to build a life that is so high quality that it doesn't require a vacation to escape from. You need to build a body that is so strong that it doesn't fear the aging process. You need to build a mind that is so sharp that it doesn't fall for the traps of the Matrix. This is your mission, and it is the only mission that matters. Stop wasting your energy on trivial things. Stop caring about celebrities who don't know you exist. Stop caring about sports teams that won't help you pay your bills. Focus on yourself. Focus on your growth. Focus on your empire. The world is changing rapidly, and the old ways of living are being destroyed. The middle class is being wiped out, and the gap between the rich and the poor is becoming a canyon. You need to make sure you are on the right side of that canyon. You need to be one of the people who owns the assets and controls the narrative. You need to be a player in the game, not a piece on the board. This requires a level of intensity that most people will never understand. It requires you to work while they sleep, and study while they party, and save while they spend. It requires you to be relentless. It requires you to be a winner. And if you can do that, then the world is yours. You will have the freedom to go where you want and do what you want and be with who you want. You will have the power to protect your family and help your community and leave a legacy that lasts for generations. This is the reward for the struggle. This is the prize for the win. So don't stop now. Don't slow down. Don't let the Matrix win. Keep fighting. Keep pushing. Keep winning. You are the one who decides your destiny. So decide to be great. Decide to be free. Decide to be a winner and never look back. The future is yours for the taking. Go and get it. The road to exceptionalism is paved with the bones of those who thought they could take the easy way out. There are no shortcuts to the top, and anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to sell you something. You have to embrace the long game. You have to be willing to work for years without any visible results, because that is how the universe tests your resolve. Most people quit right before the breakthrough because they can't handle the uncertainty. But you are not most people. You are the kind of man who thrives in the dark. You are the kind of man who sees the obstacle as the path. You need to realize that the most successful people in the world are not the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who stayed in the arena when everyone else had gone home. You need to develop that same level of persistence. You need to be the last man standing. This requires a level of mental toughness that can only be built through repeated exposure to stress and failure. Do not fear failure. Welcome it. Every time you fail, you are getting a free lesson in what not to do. Every time you are rejected, you are being redirected towards something better. The only true failure is quitting. As long as you are still in the game, you have a chance to win. You need to stop looking for validation from external sources. The only opinion that matters is the one you see in the mirror. If you can look yourself in the eye and say that you gave everything you had today, then you are a winner, regardless of the outcome. You need to build a relationship with yourself that is based on trust and respect. If you make a promise to yourself, keep it. If you set a goal, hit it. This is how you build self-confidence, not through positive affirmations, but through a track record of success. You need to realize that you are the captain of your soul. No one else is going to save you. No one else is going to do the work for you. It is all on you. And that should be the most empowering thought you have ever had, because it means you are in control. You have the power to change your circumstances. You have the power to create the life of your dreams. All you have to do is take the first step and then keep walking. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, get back up. Dust yourself off and keep moving forward, because the summit is waiting for you and the view from the top is better than you can ever imagine. So don't stop, don't look back, just keep winning. You are a winner. You are a conqueror. You are a man of value. Now go out there and show the world what you are made of. Your destiny is calling. Answer it with action. Answer it with excellence. Answer it with a win. The world is yours. Go and take it. The reality of your current existence is that you are living in a dream world constructed by people who benefit from your ignorance and your passivity, while they harvest the only truly non-renewable resource you possess, which is your time. You wake up every single morning and you choose to stay in the same cycle of mediocrity because it is comfortable and familiar, even though you know deep down that it is killing your soul one day at a time. You are participating in a system that was never designed for you to win, because if everyone won, then the people at the top would have no one to rule, and they would have no one to do the labor that maintains their palaces. You are the fuel for their machines, and you are the product for their algorithms, and you are the audience for their propaganda. You have to realize that the version of yourself you see in the mirror right now is a fraction of the man you were supposed to be, because you have allowed the world to shave down your edges and dull your instincts until you are nothing more than a compliant worker and a predictable consumer. You were born with the potential to be a conqueror and a king, but you have settled for being a footnote in someone else's story because you are afraid of the work and you are afraid of the isolation that comes with greatness. Every time you choose to sleep an extra hour or watch a movie instead of building your business, you are actively voting for your own slavery, and you are telling the universe that you are content with the scraps that the winners leave behind. You need to develop a level of self-disgust that is so powerful, it forces you to change. Because as long as you can tolerate your current situation, you will never have the motivation to leave it. You need to look at your bank account and your physique and your relationships, and you need to realize that they are all a direct reflection of your choices and your character. If you are broke, it is because you are lazy, or you are stupid, and both of those things can be fixed if you are willing to admit they exist. If you are weak, it is because you have avoided the struggle, and you have chosen the path of least resistance at every turn. You are currently a victim of your own mercy, and you need to become your own harshest critic and your own most demanding taskmaster. The world is a cold and ruthless place, and it does not care about your intentions or your potential. It only cares about what you have produced and what you have conquered. You are in a competition with every other man on this planet for the limited resources and the beautiful women and the positions of power, and if you aren't working with a level of intensity that scares people, then you are already losing. You need to understand that the people who are at the top of the food chain are not there by accident. They are there because they were willing to do the things that you find too difficult or too boring or too risky. They were willing to sacrifice their social lives and their comfort and their sleep for years while everyone else was out having fun, and now they have the freedom to do whatever they want while you are still stuck in the rat race. You need to stop looking for a work-life balance and start looking for a work-life dominance, because the only way to get ahead in this world is to outwork everyone else until your results are so undeniable that the world has no choice but to pay you. You have the most powerful communication tool in the history of mankind sitting in your pocket, and yet you use it to consume garbage instead of using it to build a network and a brand and a fortune. You are living in the golden age of opportunity, and if you fail in this era, you would have failed in any era, because the barrier to entry is the lowest it has ever been, and the potential for scale is the highest it has ever been. You can reach millions of people instantly for free, and yet you are complaining that you don't know where to start. You start by doing something and you stop talking about what you're going to do, because talk is cheap, and action is the only thing that creates reality. You need to develop a warrior's mindset where you view every challenge as a test of your strength and every failure as a lesson in strategy. You need to become immune to the opinions of average people, because they will always try to pull you down to their level so they don't have to feel bad about their own lack of ambition. Your family is waiting for you to become the man who can provide for them and protect them, and if you aren't doing everything in your power to make that happen, then you are failing the people who love you the most. You have a duty to your bloodline to be successful, and you have a duty to your ancestors to be strong, and you have a duty to yourself to be great. Stop making excuses about your upbringing or your circumstances or your mental health, because those are just stories you tell yourself to justify your lack of results. There are people who started with much less than you and have achieved much more than you because they refuse to accept defeat and they refuse to be average. You need to sharpen your mind like a blade and harden your body like armor, because the world is only going to get more competitive and more ruthless as the systems of the past continue to crumble. You need to be the one who is prepared for the chaos, and you need to be the one who can profit from it. You need to become a machine of pure execution, where you don't think about the work, you just do the work, and you don't complain about the difficulty, you just embrace the grind. You need to understand that the easy path leads to a hard life, and the hard path leads to an easy life, and right now, you are choosing the easy path every single morning. You need to kill the version of yourself that seeks pleasure, and birth the version of yourself that seeks power, because power is the only thing that will protect you and your loved ones in the times that are coming. You are currently a slave to your own biology, but you can break those chains by exerting your will over your environment and refusing to accept anything less than total victory. You need to develop a vision for your life that is so massive it keeps you awake at night, and then you need to break that vision down into daily actions that you execute with total focus. You don't need motivation, you need discipline, because motivation is a fair weather friend, while discipline is a partner that will stay with you in the dark. You need to realize that the world is full of opportunities, but they